feeling too good.
That as black people, we are sick and we...
Yeah. Now, she says you are sick, all right? Sick. What are we sick of again? Is it malaria?
No.
No. Tuberculosis?
No.
No. What? Is it headache?
No.
No. What? AIDS? Coronavirus?
No.
No. Then what?
Don't ask me, ask China that question.
China. Hey man, where are you going? Okay, let's go and ask the Chinese. 中国人，我们有什么病呀？
说不知道。
不知道。Okay, why don't we ask the woman who said that we are sick, Dr. Chihombori Quao? All right, stay tuned and don't forget your comment, your subscription. God bless you. God bless Ghana. God bless Africa. Bye bye.
That as black people, we are sick and we need healing. And that healing is in the mind. And until that healing takes place, nothing is going to change. The most dangerous thing for Africa today is a colonized Africa. And we need to seek the healing that we deserve in order for Africa to move forward. It's okay to fight as a family, internally. But when the outsider comes in, we forget our differences and we deal with the enemy. Until Africa gets to that point where we stand up proud and tall as Africans and understanding that our sheer survival begins with our unity, nothing is going to change. The exploitation will continue. So I say to my fellow Africans, we need healing. Let's decolonize ourselves. Let's eliminate the legacy of slavery. And this is true of not only Africans on the continent, but Africans around the globe. A simple case of a Chinaman putting up a shop next door to a black man's shop in a black neighborhood. Give it 2 months, the black man is going to go out of business.
That's right.
Because us black people will patronize the Chinaman or the white guy.
Yeah.
Why is that? How stupid can we be? But we do it without thinking. Bring that out. Force people to have a serious conversation with the image in the mirror. Who are you? Why are you doing what you're doing? Do you care at all about your children, your grandchildren, and generations to come? When you patronize a non-black person in your black neighborhood, you are dripping. You are robbing money out of your own neighborhood. The black money stays in the black neighborhood. It doesn't even make it half the block.
Yeah.
Chinese money stays in the Chinese community 14 times.
Yeah. It's envy. How do we get
It's
over
beyond
the envy?
envy. It's stupidity. I mean, the low-hanging fruits, the dumb things that we do as black people are mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Even cocoa. Cocoa should be bringing a heck of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
65% of the world cocoa comes from West Africa, and yet we do not dictate the price of cocoa. Why aren't we manufacturing our own hot chocolate and chocolate bars? It's only now that Ghana is beginning to have value addition to
That
the cocoa.
$400 with Cote d'Ivoire.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And that's still pittance compared to what we should be doing. There is a whole city built in Pennsylvania, Hershey, based on the cocoa from West Africa. There is a whole city built in Cadbury.
Is there a cocoa plant in
None.
Hershey?
None. Same thing in Cadbury.
Okay.
How dumb do we have to be? How long has this been going on before we say enough is enough? They were too busy making Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana compete on the prices of cocoa. All the president had to do is cross the border, go talk to each other as brothers.
Which the good news is they have now finally done.
Finally. Yes. How long did it take?
Exactly.
It goes back to the stupidity that I talk about. That we all must wake up and say enough is enough. This stupidity has got to stop.
Okay.
That we, the richest continent on earth, we have got to have value addition to our natural resources before they leave the continent. That we, the richest continent on earth, must and will begin to dictate the prices of all our natural resources if anybody needs them from the continent. That can only happen when we speak with one voice as one Africa, one continent, speaking with one voice.
Very good.
That is why people must realize the African Continental Free Trade Area is a monumental decision that all of us must join the African heads of states in supporting it. Its implementation come July of next year must be a resounding success, and we, the diaspora, are in a perfect position to pool our funds together, and once and for all, we must reclaim that which was denied to us when we got our independence, that is economic liberation. Nobody's going to give us the economic liberation.
You're not worried about security.
I'm speaking my truth.
About security, it has to have crossed your mind because these people don't play.
Hasn't even occurred to me. I'm just a mother, a grandmother who's speaking the truth because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
So, looking forward to Africa, what do you think? Are we going to ever get it?
Yes, we are going to get it. We don't have a choice. This is do or die, which is why I am going to continue to speak. I'm going to run around this country like a chicken without a head until every black person who needs to hear the message, who needs to hear the truth about what is really going on in our Africa, has heard. Yeah. Quite often, the reason we do not respect our Africa, the reason we as black people, we are our own worst enemy, because we are the ones who dog the continent. And I realized, my own assessment as a doctor, is that we don't know our Africa. We know our Africa based on what they want us to know our Africa. Okay. We need to truly understand what is going on on the continent. Sure. And this is one of the reasons why I am continuing to speak, because when we understand what is really going on in Africa, when we can see what the problems are and address them from the root, not from a superficial level, that is when true healing is going.